Hello YouTube, today at powerjackrepair.org we got a MSI GS66 Stealth 10FS MSI-NL Eindhoven 5706-5692 ER-SUN. We're gonna do a power jack replacement, power port replacement, power charging power connector replacement on this laptop right here. That's the connector right here. The client states that they have to wiggle the connector to the point where it doesn't make a good contact anymore. So sometimes if it would be like that, it would make contact. If it would be like that, it would stop making contact. You twist it around a little bit, it would make a contact, but right now there is no longer any contact between the plug and the connector. So let's take it apart and let me show you how you can replace it at home, or you could send us the whole laptop, or you could send us just the motherboard. The prices are right here. We need to correct the prices. Why is this finger yellow? Wow, it's not yellow, it's something different. Anyways, let's unscrew all the screws on the bottom of the laptop. Now, one of the problems is somebody already put their fingers here before. By the way, I'm not sure if my glove, why this glove is on the wrong hand. Yeah, anyways, I guess the other gloves are someplace else. Anyways, this one seems to be a small screw right here. All other seems to be a long one. All right, so all of those are long screws. And let's try and pry this thing. Maybe there's a top. No, there's nothing on the top. Is that an MSI? I don't know what this dragon means, but probably an MSI or something like that. Does it say MSI? Yeah, it says MSI right there. Yeah, right. The dragon thingy. I guess MSI is translated as a dragon. Alright, so the reason why this connector breaks all the time is simply because this power supply that you plug in into the laptop, ooh, that's aluminum casings, they get bent a lot. Maybe you should do it in the front right here. Yeah, good luck trying to get in there. No, I probably have to start on the side. Oh well, it is what it is. Alright, so the reason why it breaks because the power supply is extremely powerful here, and none of the connectors out there are made to handle this kind of power going through. All right, there is a crack of some sort right there that used to be there before I put my fingers in there. So here, let's see. Alrighty, that's the connector here. All right, I know this connector, I've seen it before. Let me disconnect the battery and then I'm gonna describe what the problem is. The battery you can disconnect right here. Okay, like that. So the problem here is this leg right here is part of the jack, and it's always breaks right there in the middle, right where the pin ends. This pin right here ends, and this guy begins. That's where the connection falls apart. Usually that's the problem. All right, so let's unscrew the battery here. If you want to replace the battery is BTY-M6M, 15.2 volts. You can find it probably in anywhere. All right, and the battery is made by GTAC technology. GTAC. All right, and we got one more screw right here. Black screws on the black plastic are kind of hard to see. So we gonna set the battery aside. Let's see what we got here is the cable for the speakers. Unplug the speakers. All right. Unscrew this. Unscrew that. And this. Alright, this one I don't require to unscrew, but this guy, for some reason, I haven't seen why would you put a screw right there, but anyways, they did put it there. So, what next? Here we're gonna unscrew the screw for the SD card. And we have to take it up. Like that. Like that. All right, let's see if we can take it out without, now we can, there's a whole bunch of cables. So what we need to do is we need to unscrew all of the screws here. Now, come on. All right. So we got this out here. All right. Disconnect this cable here. Disconnect those guys. And disconnect this guy here. And disconnect. So basically we got 3 fans. We disconnected all 3 fans. We disconnected this ribbon cable for whatever this is. And now we're gonna take this guy off of the motherboard. And here I guess we got the cables for the Wi-Fi. Let's lift it up. Ooh. All right, so we're gonna take this guy this way. This cable, I'm not sure what it does, but I guess you want to be extremely careful about it. Again, the reason we show you this video is so that you can either take it all apart and fix it yourself, or just send us the motherboard to save some money. Here we got probably something under this cover right here. We're gonna take this cover off like that. We're gonna unplug the hinge and kind of get it like that. All right, we got something here, but there is no way to unplug it on that side. So we unplug it from this side. This white hinge goes that way. And like that. All right. So for some reason, nothing want to come out. Maybe because you need to take something else apart. Oh, okay. So here we got another tape. We're gonna take this guy out right here. This is probably keyboard cable. And now, still nothing comes out. This tape right here. All right. Okay. Okay. And come on. Oh, there's a tape that's stuck to the outside of this guy, and I don't want it to damage the cable. Okay, looks good. All right, so you can send us the motherboard just like that. All right, and here there is no way to see how badly this got damaged. Really no easy way to see it. But when I'm gonna start desoldering all of that, you will see that this piece, the metal piece right here, this guy, is gonna be separate from the whole thing right there. Now the situation is this plastic piece gonna melt right here, so you have to insulate it with some sort of insulation, like that one. This is a 3M high temperature insulation tape. Can work up to 600 degrees. All right. Alright, it looks good. Yeah, this is probably high temperature motherboard, so you wanna probably put this guy here as well. And that guy as well right here. Okay. Put this guy over. So much stuff is on this side as well. Let's insulate this guy right here. This guy right there. All right. Looks good to me. Let me show you how to desolder this thing. You know what? You just missed the whole thing. All right, so the jack was like that. This piece right here, supposed to be here on the back of the connector, right there. So what I did was I put some hot air station on top of this guy. I added some, here, let me show you how it was done, like that. Let's remove that. The hot station was on. I added some solder. I just forgot to unpause the video. Here. I added some solder, and the hot air basically dropped the connector downwards. Now the next thing that you want to do is the reason you want to add solder and not remove the solder. Now you want to remove the solder. The reason you add the solder is so that the solder would mix with the new solder would mix with the old solder. Here, let's remove this guy. This is the desoldering quick. The links to the desoldering quicks, to the soldering irons, you can all find it in the links below. So what I'm doing, I'm just desoldering the holes under the hot air using the desoldering quick. Like that. Like that. All right, looks good to me. Alrighty, so now all of the holes are empty. We can remove the insulation. Okay, like that, like that. Like that. Insulation is removed. Remove that pin as well. And we're gonna go find this guy right here. As you can see, that's the back of the jack. And the piece came out of basically right here. That goes like that and goes into the motherboard. Alrighty, so that's the new jack right here. And you see the pin is part of the jack. And it breaks off right there. Right inside right there. I guess it's made on purpose, maybe. I'm just kidding. No, it's not. Alrighty, so what we're gonna do here is gonna install this guy right there. And to do so, we're gonna put a whole bunch of plugs right here. And we're gonna put this guy right here. And we're gonna solder this guy in place. Oh. Alrighty. So I put some flux. And now we're gonna just add some solder on the top. Flip this guy over. And add some solder right here. And right here. And right here. You know what, I need a little bit more flux. So that everything would be penetrating the hole much deeper and much better. Alrighty, looks good. Put down the soldering iron. Let's clean this guy up. 99% ASP. Let's flip this guy over. Clean this guy up as well. Alrighty, beautiful. Beautiful. Smooth. Really smooth connector to replace. Again, as far as I know, there is really no other businesses in the United States that specialize just in the connection replacements. Because we done all of them, we have all of them. And let me show you what we've done here. All right, you see how well it's soldered on both sides. So that's your ground right here, soldered directly into the jack from the top. Positive right here, soldered directly from the top. This is just support. This is nothing, it's just a ground, but it's not really connecting much because that's a spacer basically right here. This is soldered well on the bottom. This is really, this is how it's supposed to look like when the job is done perfectly. All right? All right. Alrighty. Here we got the cable for the motherboard. MB means going to the motherboard. That's for the touchpad. All right. Like that. And like, so we got one cable, two cable, three cable. Alrighty. Let's do one cable going right here. Oh, we have to do this guy first. Right here. I don't get it. Is it plugged in all the way or it's not plugged in all the way? Or something stopping it from being plugged in all the way? My guess this is as far as it goes, right? Right. Because I don't want to be spending the whole day here. I was expecting it's gonna go much farther in, but instead it doesn't go that far in at all. Okay. Alrighty. I see why we got the Replace the touchpad here, keyboard cable here. What's that then for? If this is a keyboard cable. Yeah, so I guess I know the reason why we got those tapes, because all of those connectors are extremely flimsy. I haven't really seen any of those connectors on any other models, but for this laptop, I guess you can't really go without it. Now let's see if the screw goes right here. This long screw goes in here. That guy goes right there. Right there. And this guy goes right here. Okay. Alrighty, let's put the heatsink on. First, we need to clean the GPU and CPU. Alrighty. Everything is cleaned up. The CPU and GPU or the heatsinks are cleaned up. We're gonna add some thermal paste here. Gonna add some thermal paste right there. Close this guy up. Let's put the thermal paste all over the GPU. That's the GPU right here. The other thing was a CPU. All right, nicely thinly coated. Okay, good job. And let's see how we're gonna put this guy through. Is it first gonna be connected right here? All right, looks good. All right, so everything seems to be connected the way it should. Connect this guy here. Connect that guy right there. Okay. And connect that one right here. Come on. Okay. Let's close this guy down. Like that. Let's screw down. For some reason we got different sizes of screws and I didn't really keep track of how different should be different. All right, this looks good. And that looks good. Probably the longer side screws gonna go right here. Yep. Okay, another long screw goes right here for sure. And another long screw goes in right here. Yeah, no. Probably this is not a long screw. Probably that one is a short screw. Yeah, the short screw goes in just fine. We're gonna put in a long screw right here. Yep, looks good. We got another long screw right here. I'm not sure which way it was, maybe like that. Maybe not. Let's figure it out. So this is a clip right here that goes right there. All right. Now another screw right here. And another screw right there. Not right there, right here. Okay. And where else? Let's connect the battery now. All right, battery is connected. Okay. And we got one more screw that's probably gonna go right there. Yep, it did. It did go right there. Let's see where else we got. Probably this one right here. Gonna go right. No, this one is too long for it, for this thing. Could that be the short screw from here? And going in right here. And then this guy gonna go right there. All right, so battery is connected. Let's put the whole thing back here. All right. All right, so once everything fits in, let's screw everything down. Already. All right, the small thin screw was right here. And the bigger screws were all around. Nope, not here. Let's see if this thing gonna work. Okay. Let's measure the voltage on the power supply. Sure, the voltage is Showing everything fine. Yep. Now let's plug this guy in. And do we have any lights anywhere? Yeah, we got the light right here. Right here. Oh, we just had a light. Yeah, the light right there. Funny thing about that light, sometimes it comes off. Maybe it's supposed to be like that. Maybe not. Well, let's power it up and see. We're gonna have a dragon on the screen. Stealth. It's called Stealth. Oh, I already written that it's called Stealth. Dragon anytime. Yeah, right. Yeah, I'm not sure if I seen enough, but there was a dragon. Okay, right there. All right, guys. So the laptop does power up. I will test it to make sure that the connection here is solid. Oh, any day now. All right, and here we got the screen showing us that I don't want to show the client's information, just in case. All right, so the keyboard works, the touchpad works. Let's see, I want to see if it does anything here. All right, guys, anyways, looks good to me. Thanks so much for watching. Please leave a like, subscribe, and you guys take care and have a good day. Thanks.